We will start the practice in Supta Baddha Konasana. Now take a deep breath in through the nose and complete breath out through the mouth. Just take 2 more full, abundant breaths in. Complete breaths out. And you can just let go of any control of the breath. You can allow the breath to be fluid, just like water. There's no flowing in and flowing out. Allow the breath to be flexible, soft, neutral. Allow it to be supple, yet resilient, buoyant and pliable. Allow it to be expansive. And so as you breathe in, you can begin to visualize this flow of breath, this ocean-like breath. And the breath in, the ocean, the water draws in towards you. And on the out breath, that water flows out towards the horizon. The breath flowing in, soft, flexible, fluid. And the breath flowing out. Just allow the breath to come in. Allow there to be a very soft pause at the top of the breath and a very soft pause at the bottom of the breath. So we will be flowing through today's practice, inspired by the element of water. And we can allow that breath to show us where we're resilient in this time of adversity. We can begin to loosen our grip. Just allow the pause to be very subtle. Loose. We can loosen our grip and flow into this neutral, easeful place. We can flow in and out of this transition, in to the challenges that we're coming up against each new day. So we will be moving the arms, the legs a lot in the practice today. If anything does not sit right with you, feel good, please feel free to just flow in your own rhythm of breath, giving you that ability to be creative. And I just ask you to meet yourself here, in amongst this adversity with neutrality. In all of this with a tender, kind, forgiving heart. To meet these challenges in faith, in a sense of knowing that all will be okay. you can begin to draw the knees together. So you can use the hands, the outer hands, to draw them in. So the soles of the feet are on the mat. And then you can gently draw the knees in towards the chest. You can extend the legs up high. Good. You can just allow the feet to relax. So they don't have to flex, they don't have to point. Just allow them to be there, and then open up the palms of the hands. If this is too much for any of you, you can bend the knees a little. And then maybe you just begin to shift that weight a little side to side. Just creating very small movements, massaging the lower back. And as you just continue to gently move side to side, you'll begin to bend the knees. The knees will come in a little closer, and the knees will draw out towards the sides of the body. So you'll come into this happy baby without the hands. Continuing to rock side to side. And then you can pause. Allow the knees to soften even more and the legs to open up a little wider, keeping that bend in the knees. If you need to, you can take the hands to the shins or to the outer feet. Then we'll begin to drop the heels down towards the floor. Keep them hovering, so just finding that parallel line from shin to the outer edges of the mat. And so as you begin to drop them down, note the ribs lift up, the lower back lift up off the mat. Good. And then just squeeze the core in, engaging pelvic floor, engaging Uddiyana Bandha. And then you'll begin to swim the legs out. You'll bring the soles of the feet to meet. And then you'll draw those knees back in and join them together. You extend the legs up. And then exhale, you'll drop them out. Knees out wide, knees bent. And then exhale, you'll drop those heels down and around soles of the feet together. If you'd like a little bit more, extend those feet out a little wider. And then draw those knees in. And then lengthen. So we'll continue to flow with this movement, breaststroking the legs. Again, you can extend those legs long on the mat, engaging core, bring the soles together, and then the knees together and into the chest. Moving at your own pace. Beginning to cultivate that fire within the belly. We'll take one more. We'll meet with those soles of the feet together, extending long. So soles together. And then you extend them out long. Maybe you can hover the heels above the mat. If you need to drop them, that's fine. And then bring those legs back up towards the sky. Dropping the knees out wide. Bring those knees out away from you. Soles of the feet together. Extend through those toes. And then draw those legs back up. So just adding on a little more. If you need, keep the knees bent, the feet close. We'll just take it for 3 more. Inhale, you'll draw the legs up. And then exhale, you can draw those knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. You can rock a little side to side. And then we'll begin to rock forward and back. So hands can come underneath the thighs, massaging the spine. And then you can roll up onto the sit bones, cross the legs out in front, bring those hands forward, lift the buttocks, and then extend. We'll step into our Uttanasana. You can take a ragdoll, hands to elbows, head between the biceps. Thumb down through the toes, the heels, and lift the buttocks up a little higher. And begin to sway side to side. Noting the breath, the belly rise and expand against the thighs. And then you can come into stillness, so you can just drop the hands down in front of the legs, tuck the chin in, slightly shift that weight forward into the hands and the tops of the feet without lifting the heels. Think about spreading the buttocks wide, drawing the chest even closer to those thighs. If you'd like, you can extend the legs. And then slowly you'll begin to round through the upper back. Keeping that chin tucked in, we'll begin to rise vertebrae by vertebrae, slight bend in the knees, navel in, all the way up to stand. You can bring the palms of the hands to heart space. Can lift those toes and then drop them back down, firming your foundation here in Tadasana. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. We'll take an inhale for 4, reach up. 3, 2, and 1. Palms to meet. Exhale for 4, elbows out in line with those shoulders. 2, and 1. Take that gaze forward, scoop those hands under. 3, 2, 1. Draw the elbows back. Exhale. 2, 1. Scoop those hands down. Backs of the palms together. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Open through the heart space. Exhale. Palms of the hands to heart space. So face you for the next round. Take an inhale. Reach up. 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Open, tuck the chin. 3, 2, 1. Draw it back. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, backs of the hands to meet. 3, 2, 1. Open. Exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. Very nice. We'll take one more like that. Inhale for 4. Reach through those fingers. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, elbows out. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open the palms, scoop it forward. 2, 1. Draw those elbows back. 3, 2, 1. Scoop it down. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. So we'll move through this movement throughout today's practice. So let's take an inhale and we'll move with a breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, round through those shoulders. Inhale, scoop it up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway, lift, draw shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands, take right foot back, drop that right knee into a low lunge. Take an inhale to arc, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, and then exhale to round, push down through that left foot, round the shoulders, tuck chin in. Inhale, arc, open. Exhale, round, and draw in. Take 2 more like that. Inhale, arc, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, round. Inhale. And then exhale, round. Inhale, plant those hands forward to frame that foot. Tuck that right foot, take the left foot back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, rise high up onto those toes. And then exhale, settle those heels. Take a moment if you need to lengthen out through the legs. You can drop one heel, bend the other knee. For 3, 2, And then 1, find stillness in downward facing dog, so feet hip width apart. Ground down through those big toes. The heels can be slightly lifted, a slight bend in the knees, and then draw that buttocks back. Think about spreading the buttocks wide, spreading those fingers wide, and wrapping the triceps towards the back of the mat. Take an inhale, rise high up onto those toes. Draw forward, cat your back, shoulders slightly over top of the wrists, and then exhale, drop the knees, the chest and the chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, draw forward, hips to the floor, lift through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg goes high. Inhale, reach through those toes. Exhale, open that hip up, bend the knee, and then begin to swim with this leg. So you can extend it long. You can take little circles with the knee. You can drop that left heel, gaze underneath that right arm. And then on an inhale, you'll extend it up, 3-legged dog, square the hips. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round, and then step it forward. Between the hands, drop that left knee down. Inhale, arc as you lift, draw shoulders back, heart open. Exhale, round and draw in. Inhale, open, lift through the chest, use blocks if you need. Exhale, round, slightly draw those hips back. In and out. Take one more inhale, lift, open, shoulders back. Exhale, left foot steps forward, next to the right, and fold in. Inhale to stand tall, reach those hands up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, scoop that energy forward. Exhale, elbows back. Inhale, hands to the floor, backs of the hands together, lift up, open up. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot goes back. Drop that left knee, low lunge. Inhale, peel the shoulders back, chest open. And then exhale, round. Just one here. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Good. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw them back. Inhale, sweep it up. Lift up, and then exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. Push into that back knee, extend that right leg, and we can begin to fold here. Untucking the left toes, finding a little length on your inhale, and exhale, folding over that leg. Flow with your breath in, make a little movement, and then out. In, out. Next inhale, you'll draw forward, plant into that right foot, hands come down, right foot steps back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, rise high up onto those toes, and exhale to soften those heels. Again, we'll take 3 breaths just to settle here. If you need to make any movement that feels good, setting up your foundation. And then we'll take that left leg high, 3-legged dog, lift through those toes. Exhale, open that hip up. You can bend the knee and you can begin to swim with that leg. So you can extend it long, or you can take little circles, drawing the knee in and around. And then on your inhale, you'll extend it long, 3-legged dog, square the hips. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round, and then step that foot forward between the hands. Drop right knee down, inhale, peel that chest up, heart up. Exhale, round in, draw chin in towards the knee. Inhale, sweep the hands up, gaze up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, scoop it forward. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, sweep the hands down, backs of the hands to meet, lift up. And then exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. You begin to shift back into that right knee. You can untuck the toe if it's okay, and then fold forward over that left foot. Bring the hands to the floor. You can adjust that left hip back a little so the right and left are in line. And you can move with the breath. Finding that expansion. And softening in on the exhale. One more here. Inhale, begin to peel yourself up. Step that left foot forward, hands forward, right foot next to the left, and then fold forward on your exhale. Inhale, rise up, stand up. Exhale, elbows out, cactus. Inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, elbows back, round as you drop down, and then inhale, open up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, right foot comes back this time. Good, extend through that right heel, drop that right hip, and then sweep those hands up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, sweep them around. Exhale, draw them back. Inhale, rise up. Open, little mini back bend. Exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. Engage the core, ribs down, right hip forward. And then we'll take a twist, right elbow to the outside of that left knee. If you need here, you can drop that back knee. Or if you'd like, you can stay up here. For 3, press the palms of the hands firmly towards the center of the chest. 2. And 1. Begin to draw those hands back. Bring the hands to the floor, and then we'll fold over this left leg. Inhale, lift the chest up a little, right heel is up, and then exhale, fold in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. You can push down through those hands, round through the upper back, bend this left knee. Inhale, 3-legged dog, reach it up. Exhale, either drop it next to the right, flow forward, or keep it lifted. Good, you can lower through your vinyasa. If you need to take the knees, chest, and chin again, you can. Inhale, peel the chest up, cobra or Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg goes high, inhale. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round, step it forward. Good, left heel extends to the back of the mat, left hip down. Peel the chest up, inhale. And then exhale, round it in. Inhale, sweep those hands up, lift up. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Open heart space. Exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. There we go. Good. Tuck that left hip under, ribs in, navel in. And then we'll take that twist. Left elbow to the outer right knee. Keep that left leg strong. Or if you need, drop the knee. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, draw it back through center. Lift up. Exhale, draw those hands down towards the floor and fold over that right leg. Stay high up onto that left big toe mound. Inhale, lift it up, lift the chest. Exhale, fold it in. Take 3 more like that. Inhale. And then exhale. In. And out. Inhale, lift it up. This time press through those hands. Right leg goes high. Reach it high. Exhale, draw forward. Drop that foot if you need. Drop the knees if you'd like. Flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw back. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. I don't know if you can see, but I'm dripping in sweat. Good. A couple more. And then we'll begin to gaze forward between the thumbs. Stick the buttocks back, bend in the knees. On an exhale, you'll step or float it forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, come in. Inhale, Utkatasana, reach those hands up. Exhale, weight into the heels, sit the buttocks low. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, we cactus those arms. Inhale, scoop it forward. Exhale, draw it back. In, scoop the hands down and then rise up to stand. Exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. Take an inhale. Flow, exhale. In, out. In, and then out, forward. Inhale, lift, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, both feet back to downward facing dog. In and out. Let's take the right leg high, three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round. Maybe you hold or lightly step that foot forward. Good. Let's take those arms up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, scoop it forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach the hands up. And then exhale, bring those hands down behind you. Left thumb on top of right. Take that left foot in a little so we can ground that left heel. Squeeze the palms together. Left hip forward. And then inhale, reach that chest up, shoulders back together. And then exhale, folding in, humble warrior. Good. Drop the crown of the head towards the floor. Shift that weight slightly forward into that right leg. Knee to come over top of that ankle. And then gaze back to that left heel. If you can, lift the hands up a little higher. If this is too much, come out and then rejoin us when you need. On an inhale, we'll begin to rise up. Lift the chest, turn onto those toes, those left toes. Good. Keep drawing that heart forward, shoulders back, and then begin to press into that right foot, lifting that left big toe. Maybe you scoop it in just a little, and then from here we lift that left leg up. And then we'll drop it down to touch the earth. Inhale, lift up, and then down. You can stay on with the foot on the floor if you want. Good. We'll take one more breath in, lift it up, release those hands, bring them out to a T in line with the shoulders. Good. And then drop those hands to the floor. Left foot sweeps around, swim it around, drop that knee, and next to the left. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, flow with those arms. In, out, in, and then out. Whew. Very good. Let's take an inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. And out, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both feet back to your downward facing dog. In. And out. Left leg goes high. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw that knee in, round, draw chin into chest, knee to nose, and then plant that foot middle of the mat. Extend long through that heel, sweep the hands up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, backs of the hands to meet, rise up, little mini back bend. Exhale, hands come down and around. Right thumb on top of left this time, squeeze the palms together. Tuck that right hip under. Shoulder blades to meet, lift up, open through the chest. Exhale, begin to fold forward. Tuck that back heel if you haven't already. Humble warrior. Good. Diving in, shifting that knee over top of the ankle. Left hip slightly back. Gaze back to the right heel and drop the crown of the head. 2 more breaths. And 1. Inhale, rise into a halfway lift. Right heel shifts back or up onto those right toes. Find that length through the spine. Keep reaching back. Shift all that weight into that left foot. Right foot begins to come forward. You can choose to stay here or lift that leg. Good. Drop it down. Lift it up. And then down. For 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. Aeroplane those arms or bring them out to be in line with the shoulders. And then exhale, drop those hands down. Fingertips to the earth, right leg comes around, swim it around, bend the knee if you need, and then drop it next to the left. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fluid arms. Inhale. Exhale. In, bend down, backs of the hands out open. Exhale, palms of the hands to heart space. Take a breather here. Recollect the breath. Good, amazing, you're all still here. Very nice. Then we'll begin again. We'll flow through a very similar round and add on. If you need to take it back, child's pose. Bring the hands up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows out. Inhale. Exhale. In. And then out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both feet back to your plank pose. Downward facing dog, sorry guys. Rise high up onto those toes, lift those heels, draw it forward, round fold and hold. Good. So squeeze pelvic floor. The thighs are engaged, so gaze back to those thighs. Note how they lift up away from the knees. Navel in, press through those fingertips, drop the knees if you need. Keep chin tucked, spine long. Drop the buttocks just a little bit more. Draw forward a little bit more. And then lower all the way to the floor. Good, peel the chest up, untuck those toes, press down through the pelvic floor. Exhale, draw it back, downward facing dog. So we'll roll through a couple of these. You can choose to take your Chaturanga Dandasana if you'd like. You can continue to come to the floor or drop those knees. So in an inhale, rise high, draw forward. Exhale, slowly lower through your version of Vinyasa. Inhale, lift, peel the chest up, heart open. Exhale, draw it back. We'll do two more. Inhale, lift the heels, peel yourself up. Rise up, high plank. Exhale, Vinyasa. Urdhva Mukha or Cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, high up onto those toes. Round and draw it forward. Good. Lower. Rise. And then draw back, downward dog. Good. Let's take that right leg high once again. Inhale. Exhale, open that hip up. Swim that leg once again. Lifting, bending, extending. And that flexibility to move, to create, to be like water, soft yet strong. And then extend that right leg high, three-legged dog, square the hips. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round, step it forward between the hands. Crescent lunge, reach up, tuck that left hip, exhale, elbows down. Inhale, open, exhale, back. Inhale, sweep it down, and then up. Exhale, bring those hands down, humble warrior, left thumb on top. Inhale, drop that left heel, exhale, fold it in. Good. Inhale, rise high, come up onto those back toes. Good. And then begin to shift it forward. So we'll stay here in warrior three. You can point through the toes or flex. Think about dropping that left hip. If you need to unlace the fingers, you can. Take them aeroplane or reach them out in line with the shoulders. For 3, 2, and then 1. Begin to drop that left foot back to where it was, onto the toes. Release the hands. Left hand comes down, right hand reaches up, revolved Parsvakonasana. Squeeze this left glute. Extend through the heel. Gaze up to those fingertips. And then exhale, right hand sweeps around to the front of the room. Option to drop this knee if you need. Wild thing in the transition. So right foot back behind you. Lift those hips. Or if you didn't drop that knee, lift those hips, open the shoulders, gaze up. Good. Take one more breath. Inhale. Right hand down, right foot steps around to that right hand. Exhale, lizard lunge. Option to stay here, lifting that knee, or you can drop it down. Think about peeling the chest up. Shoulders draw back, so wherever you're at, breathe. And then you'll slowly begin to walk those hands around to that left side. Turn that right foot in. Find both feet to parallel the short edges of the mat. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. And an exhale to fold in. You can take the hands to the ankles. You can soften the elbows to the floor. You can take any variation that you like here. Good. If you'd like to come up into a tripod headstand, you can. Feel free to do so. We have a few more breaths. Sherry, maybe move those hips side to side to create a little more space for the glutes, the hamstrings. And then on your next inhalation, begin to peel the chest up. Hands underneath the shoulders, left hand directly underneath the chest, right hand reaches up. Gaze to those fingertips, draw that shoulder back. Now think about squaring the hips, so drop right hip, left hip. Exhale, right hand will come down, left hand reaches up, open through left shoulder, drop left hip, right hip, and then on your exhale, sweep it down. You'll come back towards the top of the mat. You'll take that right foot back to your plank, high plank. Breathe into that heart space between the shoulder blades. On the exhale, you'll lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, peel the chest up, heart open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg goes high. Inhale, reach to those toes. Exhale, open that hip up, bend the knee, begin to swim with that leg. Taking circles or leg extensions. And then on your inhale, you'll lengthen three-legged dog. Square those hips, drop that left a little. Exhale, draw knee in towards the nose, round, tuck it in, and then step that foot forward between the hands. Good. Crescent lunge, reach up. Inhale, right hip tucked under. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, reach down, lift it up. And then exhale, right hand behind you. Hook that right thumb on top of left, drop that right heel, lift up through the chest on an inhale. Exhale, fold in. Good, take one inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift that chest halfway, turn onto those right toes. And then you can begin to rise up. You can keep that right toe down. You can lift it up. Whoop. Good. Find that stability. Lift the chest. Tuck the chin. Maybe you release those hands if you need. Good. Drop that right hip down. Point or flex through those toes. 2 and 1. Right foot steps back into where it was, into that toe mound. Right hand down, left hand reaches up. Revolved Parsvakonasana. Squeeze this right glute. Good. Breathe up into those fingers, open the shoulder. Belly lifts up off of that thigh. On an exhale, sweep that left hand down and around, reach it forward. Good. Option again to drop that knee or transition into your wild thing. So if you're dropping the knee, left foot back. Lift those hips up, open the shoulder. Gaze to those fingers, take another inhale. And then exhale. Bring that left hand down, left foot steps forward, lizard lunge. Good. You can be here on the toes, or you can drop that knee. Wherever you're at, think about lifting the heart up. Shoulders draw back, right hip flexor down. Stay there. And then you can begin to walk the hands over to the right side of your mat. Turn both feet in parallel to the short edge of the mat. Take an inhale, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, lengthen. Exhale, folding in. You have 5 breaths here again. Feel free to take any variation. Maybe you reach the arms through. Maybe the crown of the head can come to the floor. Maybe you just begin and again move a little side to side, creating a little more space. Flow. Be creative. Meet this challenge with a kind heart. Very nice, well done, good. And then slowly, wherever you're at, we'll begin to make those hands, our way back with those hands to center. Left hand drops down again in line with that chest, right hand reaches up, open. Exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches up. Exhale, left hand down. Begin to turn back to the top of the mat, step it back. Plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa with the breath. Okay, we meet in downward facing dog. 3 long, deep, fluid breaths. On your next inhalation, you can begin to rise high up onto the tiptoes, lift those heels, draw chin in, round forward to your plank pose. Navel up, again, option to drop those knees. Find length, drop the hip flexors down a little, squeeze pelvic floor. Shoulders over top of the wrists. Maybe you rise a little higher up onto those toes. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly for 5, come down to the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach those arms forward, inhale. Wiggle the hips, exhale. We'll come into a swimmer's pose here. So take the left arm high, right leg high. Good. Ground down through this left foot, right hand. Tuck the chin in, lift that left and right up a little higher, and then drop it down. Change sides, right hand up, left leg up. Push down through that right top of the foot. Engage the core, and then drop it down. We'll begin to move through each side a little bit quicker, lifting and then down. If you would like to take this a little further, you can cover the hands and the feet as you continue to alternate. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift both arms up, both legs up, tuck that chin, and on an exhale, draw those elbows back to meet the sides body. Inhale, sweep it forward. Exhale, draw it out to the side. Swim those hands forward, in, and then out. For 3, 2, 1, and then hold. Elbows beside the body. Drop the palms of the hands next to the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Good. Turn those heels in to meet here. Back to that Baddha Konasana, and then exhale, buttocks back towards the heels, child's pose. Can just shift the body side to side. Releasing lower back. And then you can slowly begin to peel yourself up. So rounding through that upper back, tuck the chin, draw the hands underneath the shoulders, align the knees underneath the hips. Let's take a couple cat-cows. Inhale, open, shoulders back to hips. Exhale, round and push down. Inhale, open. And then exhale, round. Take one more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to neutral. You can turn onto the side of your mat, walk the hands around. Good, you'll take the knees out wide. Flex the feet. So see where the heels or the bottoms of the feet can meet parallel to the long edge of your mat. You can walk the hands forward. You can settle in on the elbows, maybe use a block if you have the block. Or maybe you can soften the chest down to meet the earth beneath you. Maybe you tuck the chin either up or in. Work on drawing the buttocks back close to the heels. So there's a gentle push in those elbows, pushing back. And you'll either stay here for the next 5 breaths if that feels good for you. You can choose to come into a child's pose, or if you would like, you can take an inversion. If the inversion is calling for you, you can take that tripod headstand. You can take a headstand if you would like, or you can simply just breathe and stay here. Last few breaths wherever you're at. And then slowly you'll begin to rise up. We'll come back to sit onto the heels. Good. You'll just drop the hips over to the right side. Sit bones out and down. You'll keep the knees bent here. I don't know if you can see me quite on the mat here, but the knees are bent in. That left hand will take that right knee, and right hand switches back. Draw the shoulder back, gaze back. So we're in this little seated twist. Gazing over that shoulder, lifting through the sternum. And then you can release. Walk the hands back out in front. Sit back onto the heels if that's okay. And then drop over to the left. So again, allow the legs to come out a little. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand draws back. Lift the sternum. Draw that left shoulder back. And then gaze back. Twisting. And then release. Come back through center. Walk those hands forward. If it's available, you'll cross the legs and come back to sit onto the buttocks. You can walk the buttocks forward. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. So round through the upper back. Draw the chin in towards the chest. And then on an inhale, you'll lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, finding length in that spine. Most of you know where we're coming from here. We'll lift those legs up, Navasana. So if you would like, you either stay here. If this is too much, you can take those hands behind you, bend a little through the elbows. Or from here, we're going to swim with those legs. So you can open those knees out, extend those legs forward, and then draw the knees in. So a very similar movement to where we started in the practice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend them long. Come into a half boat. Soften the shoulders. Keep reaching for those feet. You can point through those toes. Good. Lift the chest up a little bit more. Navel in. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Can extend those legs out to the width of the mat. Just wiggle the hips a little side to side. Just allow the entire body to wiggle. Maybe you wiggle the fingers, the toes, the heels in and out, the ankles, the head, the chin side to side. Take a couple more breaths here. We just have a couple more minutes before we finish the practice. If you would like, you can come back to that Supta Baddha Konasana where we started with the soles of the feet together. You can bring them out a little wider if you'd like. If you would like to move through a back bend, you can come into bridge and then make your way into Chakrasana or Urdhva Dhanurasana by tucking the hands under the shoulders and lifting up. You choose. You have about 5 breaths here. Just using your path and remembering to flow with the breath. So just finishing up where you're at. Settling in Shavasana to finish the practice. If you chose to play the music, maybe turn it up a little and allow yourself to flow with the rhythm, with the breath. Meeting yourself here in amongst this adversity. Just meeting yourself with a tender, kind and forgiving heart. And drop in, release and surrender the grip. Allow the water, the emotion to flow through you. slowly just begin to return. Move the fingers, the toes. Take a deep, abundant breath in. A complete breath out. Again, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big embrace, a thank you. And when you're ready, you can roll over to the right side of your mat. You can begin to rise up to find comfort in a seat. Again, bring the palms of the hands together at the center of the heart. So a reminder for today, or a question to ask yourself today as you step off the mat. How can I meet myself in amongst this adversity with ease, with the ability to flow, with flexibility, yet with strength? How can I welcome these challenges with kindness, with neutrality, with a tender heart? Thanking each and every one of you for joining today. Your support means more than words can say. Namaste.